Right. What do you think when you saw that color that I showed on the thumbnail? Now, I'm basically assuming that most, if not all, of the people who click on this video know it's from the Weezer album cover. Now, I know a bunch of people who know what Weezer is just from the memes on TikTok. Like, they cannot name a single Weezer song, but if I just hum the Buddy Holly lick and I show them this color of blue, they're gonna be like, ah, shit, that's Weezer. But, I just want to go in depth because, if you actually search up the Blue album, Weezer, you see that, yeah, that's the blue we know. But there's also some darker versions of blue. Not to say dark isn't necessarily worse than light, but yo, that is not the correct color. Please don't clip me on that one. But also, what is that? Are they going to prison? Who knows? But if you just put Weezer as the Blue album search and you actually just add memes to the side of that, yo, what are all of these? Tweezer is like the most, it's like the most popular one. I've seen a bunch of Tweezer differences. Now, there's We, Mustache Easer. I can't even say this one. Steve Easer. And YMCA. Interesting. Also, I just want to note that I got like 70% of these from Reddit, so take that information how you will. Now, I think that's the end of Weezer's memeability because if you look at their next self-titled album, which is the Green Album, yeah, it has their most popular song, but if you look at the color of the background album, you'll actually see that it reminds you of a different artist, Charlie XCX. It's the brat. It's like it's so close. It's like they're almost the same thing. Now, I would say that Charlie XCX is one of the only artists that can compete with Weezer when it comes to making their own, like, or using their own iconic color. But even in terms of that, Weezer still wins by, like, a huge margin. Like, if I show this, like, color of green to, like, a person, yeah, they could say, oh, it reminds me of the Brad logo, but there's a higher chance that, there's a higher chance that they're gonna recognize this Weezer blue more than the Charlie XCX green. And it's partly because the Charlie XCX is actually much more respected than Weezer as an artist. Like, she isn't as memed as, like, she's barely memed compared to Weezer. I mean, at this point, Weezer might be the most memed band of all time. It just comes to the internet. And that's not to say that Weezer is not a respectable band. Like, a lot of people say that only their first two albums were good, but they did have a bunch of good music after. It's just that they just released so much music, and a lot of it has actually just tarnished their music. So while I did just say that they do have better stuff than just their two albums, they do have a bunch of shit. And I think that's might be the biggest reason why their reputation is tarnished. And also, along with that, it's just like the Buddy Holly lick just has that type of sound to it. And like the Weezer album cover itself is just four dudes in front of blue with their name on the corner. It was just all they were just waiting for the internet to meme them. I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool that a band has a color and in their album cover so iconic that if I show it to someone, they'll be like, "Oh, it's Weezer," and it's whatever. Subscribe, I guess, and yeah, that's it.